Yeah, we're so excited to be with you. So I'm going to bring you into one of our counseling sessions probably, right?
Yes, exactly.
Kathleen has helped me tremendously, like Nikki said, for the 4 daughters that I have that are all different temperaments. So
Yeah.
we got questions from Facebook
We
and
did,
from
we
other
did.
social media outlets.
Yeah.
So let's dive in, shall we?
Yes, I would love to hear
So
'em.
the first question, I'm a yellow and my boss is a red. Since she came in 3 weeks ago, we've been butting heads. How can I best work and interact with her? This is from Anthony in Atlanta. So, hello, red boss,
red-
yellow.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, first of all, I would like to coach Anthony to make sure
Okay.
that he knows everything there is to know about being a yellow.
Okay.
So he's going to want to know what weaknesses he has that may be manifesting in the workplace, what strengths he could do, and then what his needs are that's
Yes.
maybe causing some of the conflict, right?
Mhm.
Because a lot of the times we have to stop and we have to say, what part did I play?
That's it.
What part am I playing and what could I say or do differently?
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
And now, since he's heard about the temperaments, he knows that the boss wants loyalty, appreciation, credit for work,
That's
and
right.
sense of control.
That's right.
So I would start learning about, am I using words
Yes.
that don't change his yellow, but speak into the lens of a red?
Well, and Anthony, I'm a yellow and
Yeah.
have also worked with a red boss, and I know to go in very succinctly
Yes.
to state what I need, or when I send an email to just get to the point is really helpful because
Exactly.
us yellows like to use a lot of extra words sometimes.
Right, and they want the bottom
they
line,
just really
right?
want the bottom line.
They want
yes.
the bottom line.
So I think that's a great tip for
Yes,
Anthony. So thanks for asking
exactly.
the question. Let's go to the
Yeah,
next one.
perfect.
So I'm single. Green. I'm
green.
single and green.
Uh-huh.
I love this. What would be the best color for me to date? This is Taylor from Nebraska. All right,
I love
so
that.
tell us
I love that,
about the
'cause I
combos.
have dating age
Yes.
children.
Yes.
Again, you green, what I would first want you to make sure is that you're a healthy green, you know your strengths, you know your innate needs, and really opposites do attract.
Okay.
But I want to also warn that the red and the green can be the hardest combination
Combo,
because
okay.
they're polar opposites.
Okay.
So none of them are exactly what you would be looking for, but
Okay.
it's really who's going to bring the best out in you.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yep.
But just knowing in the 30 years, what I see most is opposites attract. Then I see the same temperament flipped.
Okay.
So,
Well, and greens
yeah,
sometimes are
greens.
not as decisive. So,
Exactly.
Taylor, I hope that you can be decisive, whatever color you meet along the way.
Exactly.
So, thanks for your question. All right, let's go to the next one. This is Alicia from Tennessee. What if you identify with more than one of the colors?
Oh, this is a great question.
Mm-hmm.
Because we really didn't get to this today because really we're all more than one temperament. We have a
Usually-
dominant
yep,
and a secondary.
That's right.
And with the temperaments, those are usually horizontal or vertical in the
That's
chart
right.
that you saw, and you can see it in the book. Never really diagonal.
Right.
That would fall more under personality.
Yes.
So you are going to have a dominant and a secondary.
That's right. So,
Yeah.
like, my dominant is yellow.
Yes.
And then I have a little bit of red in me.
Exactly.
And you're blue.
I'm blue with
a
green
little bit
as
of
my
green.
secondary.
Yes.
And we want to get to know this so well that a yellow red
Yes.
looks very different than a yellow green,
Yes,
for example.
absolutely.
So we really want to get to understand the languages that they all speak.
Yes, because one of my daughters is yellow-green, and
Right.
we're very different.
Very different.
Very different. Okay.
Exactly.
All right, let's go to the next question. What if you are, here we go. If you're married, If you're married to someone of the opposite temperament, how do you have a healthy marriage? Justin from Atlanta.
And that's
I love
exactly
that.
what
That's
we
a
were
little
just
bit
saying.
like what we were
is
talking
that
about.
really, the first part is accepting your temperament.
That's right.
And really, again, knowing your innate needs, putting definitions to those.
That's right.
Make sure that you're doing the little exercise in the book that keeps you in your strengths. I have a tendency to, but I'm going to choose, right?
That's right.
So Justin probably has a let's just say he's red, has a tendency to be bossy.
Okay.
He can choose to delegate well. Or if he's a blue, I have a tendency to remember the negatives, but I'm going to be compassionate.
Yeah.
So the first step is really becoming the best authentic version of you in your marriage.
Yes.
And then understanding the other.
Gotcha.
And what their strengths are.
Yes.
And realizing, and they literally use the word opposite. Their strengths are your weaknesses.
That's right. And the more
So
you
really,
can lean in and celebrate
lean
those,
in
the
to
better
celebrate.
it is.
You got to get past yourself.
Well,
you
and
know?
one of the things that you've helped me with a ton is to really be curious. And
Yes.
that one phrase, tell me more,
Yes.
is, when you may have a yellow that's very dramatic about something,
Right.
or I have a daughter that's that way, and I can say, tell me more,
Yeah.
I can really get to the heart of the situation of what's going on, behind the
all
emotions
the
that you're
what's,
seeing.
right? You're
That's
getting
right.
to the why, right?
That's
so
right.
we want to accept ourselves. We want to be aware of what that looks like. We want to apply it.
That's
and
right.
then that becomes authenticity.
That's right.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, one of the other questions that we've gotten is how early when you're young can you
Yes.
start to determine the temperament? So I
Yes.
guess this is from a parent. So
And this is great.
Yeah. What do you?
So you can start watching your child as early as 9 months.
Right.
I mean, Avery in the grocery cart, she's a yellow. She would babble and wave at everybody in the grocery store. But if you watch their behavior, their words as they start to speak,
Sure.
and I think you even have a story
I
about your
do.
little
That
Skylar,
is
right?
true.
Who's
Yes.
red,
Yes.
right?
So
Which
when I
love
first
this
came to
story.
see Kathleen, it's because I have triplets that are 15 and a
Yes.
9-year-old, and
Yeah.
all girls. But my littlest one was about 18 months or so.
Little.
And she was really controlling the house, and we quickly determined she was a red because
Right.
from her crib, when I wouldn't come, when she would say, Mommy, Mommy, she would literally on the monitor, I heard her be like, Jenny, Jenny. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's bossing me around. What's going
She's
on?
already
And
using
we
your first
determined,
name.
yes, that
That's
she was very much
hysterical.
a red. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And pictures too.
Yes.
Pictures are always a dead giveaway.
Okay.
You know, of what your child's temperament is.
Absolutely.
You know. Absolutely.
Well, tell me in the workplace, how can you work together with, let's say, a yellow and a blue? I know you coached me and my team at
Yeah.
work through this
Yeah.
at one point, but tell us some good tips.
Well,
that you
again,
have
it's
for
one
that.
of those kind of things where you have to know how the person's wired. You know, I'm a finisher.
Okay.
You're
Starter.
you're a starter.
Yeah, idea.
And you're an idea person, and you're very much in the moment, right? What's great about you?
Yes.
The yellows. What's great about them is they see the best in people and circumstances first.
Right.
Because you're so in the moment.
Yes.
Well, I'm an anticipate the obstacles kind of person. So it's just being aware of that in the workplace.
That's
that
right.
maybe if I'm working on something, you knock before you come in.
That's
or
right.
you ask when there's a good time to talk to me. Or, you know, you ask me or make sure I have the details for everything.
Yes.
Right?
That is such a good point because
Yeah.
when we were going through this as a team, a girl that I worked with was blue, and I come in on Monday and I'm like, hey, and I would plop down in her office,
In her office.
and I'd want to catch up, and she would sometimes have her earbuds already in, and so I know we laughed about that when we were going
Yeah.
through some of this temperament stuff. To just for me to realize now I walk by
Right.
and I wave, and she knows I'm there. So when
Yeah.
she's going to go
When
get
she's
coffee,
ready.
she comes in and she
Yeah.
plops in my office. then.
Exactly, which you're fine with.
I am.
Right? And
Yes.
she's already finished with her work.
That's right.
So she's good with it too.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay. Well, one of the next questions we have is where can I get this resource online? So
Oh, well, that's
this is
that's
great.
easy.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
So we have the I Said This, you heard that study, and all of the videos
All
and everything.
free.
It's a free app, and you can just go to the App Store and download that,
That's
and
right.
you can kind of get all of this information.
Yeah.
Downloaded
well, the download
videos.
Is the videos are all free, and they go exactly with 6 weeks of the study.
That's right.
And they're matched up perfectly, and they have some little add-ons and stuff that are really fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what these videos are is actually watching
Yeah.
Kathleen coach 4 of the temperaments.
Right.
And so it's almost like you get a front row seat to what it would look like in your office if you were coaching a team.
So you would want to go to I Said You Heard.
That's right.
.study,
Okay.
and that's where you would find the resource.
And you would find it all. That's
you
right.
would find it all.
Well, we are
T-shirts included.
Oh, come on.
Kind
yeah.
words are cool.
Kind words
T-shirts.
are cool. That's
Yeah,
right. And
yeah.
that's what I've done. We have it on our fridge, and we've taken some of those resources and put them
Oh,
out everywhere
yeah,
so we don't
that's
ever
fun.
forget. Well,
Yeah.
it has been so great being
Thank
with you.
you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
just making such a personal difference
Well,
in my
you're
life.
welcome.
And I'm
Thank
glad
you.
that I get to share this with all of the world today. So
Yes.
thanks for being with us,
Thanks
you guys.
for-
And
Thank you.
yeah.
See you next time, right?
See you next time.
Kind words are cool.
All right. That's it.
See
See
ya.
ya. Bye-bye.